Okay guys, this is got to part 2. Okay, so now, the most upsetting part, there was a shadow of a photographer. There was no contact, no evidence tags or markers. And the angle was completely very short, designed to be evidence. See, the photographer was the person responsible for the child's death. We were, of course, mortified. But press song happened, that was a sick joke! The screen flipped back to Squidward still sobbing, out and full. A half body in frame. Now, there was now what appeared to be blood running down his face from his eyes. Well, blood was also done in hyperelastic style. Looking as if you touched it, you get blood on your fingers. The wind sound as it that is a girl blowing through the forest, and snapping sounds of branches, deep wafting, deep baritone. Not too longer for intervals, and coming through frequently. After about 20 seconds, the screen again twisted and showed a single frame photo. The editor was clued to go back. We all knew he had to. This time, the photo was of what appeared to be a little girl, no older than the first child. She was lying on her stomach, her breasts and a pool of blood right next to her, and her eye was too popped. Naked except for underpants, her entrails were pulled on top of her for another crew cut along the back. Again the body was on the street, and the photographer's shadow was visible. Simply shadow was visible, and the shape to the first. I had to drive back from it. One intern, the only female in the room, ran out. The show resumed. About 5 seconds after this second photo played, Squidward went silent as did all sound stopped. Like it was then it was scene started. His tentacles down his eyes, releasing like bleeding, bloodshot, and pulsating. He stared at the screen as if they were watching the viewer. About 10 seconds, he stopped sobbing. This time, not covering his eyes. The sound was piercing and loud. Most fear inducing, and his sobbing was mixed with screams. Tears and blood were dripping down his heavy throat. The wind sound came back, and so did the deep voice laughing. And this time the still photo lasted for a good 5 frames. The animator was able to stop it on the full backed up. This time the photo was of a boy, about the same age, but this time the scene was different. The entrails were just being pulled out from a stomach wound by a large hand. The right eye popped and dangling, blood trickling down it. And I could proceed. It was hard to believe. Wait a minute. I gotta sneeze. Nope. Next one was what we tell what. When on this next, he went on to the next. Same thing. He wanted to play that first. Then lost it. I vomited on the floor. The animating and some editors all gasping at the screen. The 5 frames were not as if they're five different photos. They were played out. If they were framed from a video. We saw the hand slowly lift out the entrails or guts. We saw the kid's eyes focused on it. We saw the child. We even saw 2 frames of the kid beginning to blink. The lead told us to stop and call the creator to see this. Mr. Hindenburg arrived within about 15 minutes. After he was called down there. So the editor was continuing the episode. Once the few frames were shown, all screaming, some again stopped. Just staring at the viewer. Full frame of the face. For about 3 seconds, this shot quickly panned out, and Betty's voice said, "Do it, do it, do it." He sees Squidward's hands a shotgun. He immediately puts the gun in his mouth and pulls the trigger. Listed blood and spraying as the wall splatters the wall behind him. At his bed, he flies back with the force. At the last 5 seconds, the episode, his body was laid onto his side, one eye dangling on what's left above his head on the floor, blinking, staring at it. Then the episode ends. Hindenburg is obviously angry at this. He demanded to know what the heck is going on. Most people left out the room at this point. So it was a handful us to watch it again. Viewing the episode twice only to serve the imprint the mind caused me horrible nightmares. I'm sorry I stayed. The only theory about it, I put the backed up things and Mr. Hindenburg was too shocked. I freaked out about the dead kids and saying, "Wait a minute, that is fake." Someone in the chain from this drawing studio, the CTO, was called Alice when it happened. That's when it happened. The analysis of the file did show the editor over the new material. However, the timestamp was a mere 24 seconds before we began to viewing it. All equipment glitched. Stamp involved was examined before foraging software and hardware, as well as the glitches. This timestamp halfway glitch and show the wrong time, but everything checked out fine. We know what happened today nobody cares. The evidence in the truth and nature of the photos. Nothing came of it. No child seen in the identified. No clues were gathered from the involved Norbus Eccles clues in the photos. I never believed in unexplainable he owned a manor before. But now that I have some happened and can't prove anything about it beyond anecdotal evidence, I think twice about things. And okay, guys, so I'll read the thing that I was reading when I was learning in school. I'm in the garden. Look at me. I'm rolling over the garden. Whoops. Oh. I dropped my DDs. Sorry about that, guys. So now 9 years old couldn't wear have DDs. But when I get tired, when my mouth gets stiff, it just works. When I get a DD, it makes me comfortable. Okay, guys. Bye.